Stephen A., did last night prove that LeBron is not the MVP?
To me, it did. To me, it did. Now, I understand that there's a dichotomy that exists here. There's something that I draw a line in the sand. And no way am I questioning the fact that LeBron James is the best player in the world. We understand that you're the best player in the world. But the best player in the world, as has been proven on numerous occasions throughout NBA history, doesn't always get the league MVP award. We're talking about this season. And when I looked at LeBron James' performance last night, something I'm not losing perspective over by any stretch of the imagination, just one game, he'll be just fine, all of that other stuff. But it does harken me back to that 20-21 road record that the Cleveland Cavaliers had during the regular season, even though this game was at home in Cleveland. It does harken me back to the relatively 500 team they appeared to be in the second half of the season. It does harken me back to the level of inconsistency that was existing within this franchise throughout the second half of this season primarily. And taking all of those things into consideration, if you are LeBron James, you've got to man up and recognize that, as opposed to sitting back or literally piggybacking off of media members who are so quick to point to the fact that you're the best player in the world, and as a result, you deserve league MVP. LeBron James is the best player in the world without question, but he did not deserve to be one of the 3 finalists for league MVP honors this year. Not when you saw how James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and Kawhi Leonard performed in the regular season. They were more consistent. They were more reliable. They showed up to work on more occasions than he did. And last night, to me, even though it has nothing to do with the regular season, it's the postseason, and we all know how James Harden looked in the closeout game, so we're not making any excuses. But in the end, when I looked at LeBron James and what he could do, the fact of the matter is it made me think about really piggybacking off the whole MVP voting, and you look the way that he looked last night, disinterested, apathetic, a little bit out of it. That's how it appeared.
Stephen A., the what game? James Harden didn't look good in the what game? In the closeout game?
Closeout game.
Yeah, because he got closed out. You know, we should ask.
Yep.
I love me some Russell Westbrook. James Harden had a great season, but we should ask them what they thought about the game last night, because they're at home watching. You know why? Because they're not playing anymore. Know why? Because they're not as valuable as LeBron James. Kawhi Leonard goes down. What happens to the Spurs' chances? Gone. Poof. Goodbye. It demonstrates, it highlights his value, his absence. Kawhi Leonard's absence on the Spurs highlights his value to that team. What happens when LeBron James has a bad game? And everyone's had bad games. True, hard to find actual bad games Michael Jordan had in the playoffs, but Kobe's had bad games. Everybody's had bad games. Magic's had bad games. Larry Bird, everyone's had bad games in the playoffs, even Michael Jordan. This was one for LeBron James. And what happened to the Cleveland Cavaliers? A team that was such a juggernaut on the road in Boston that at one point in that game, they were a shot away. I was hoping we'd get to see it, from a score that said 70-something to 20-something in the Eastern Conference Finals. Stephen A. Smith, you were so disgusted, I got a call. Blew up my cell. There's Stephen A. Smith screaming on me on the weekend.
While I was in... Don't leave out that it was while I was en route to White Castle.
Yes.
Don't leave that
Yes.
out. Don't leave that out.
Max, I was just at my mom's house, and I was telling my sisters the whole time, this Max Kellerman, I'm thinking, hold on, time out. I'm not supposed to get yelled at by Stephen A. Smith on the weekend? That's not part of the job description.
It wasn't Saturday. It wasn't Saturday yet. It was still Friday.
That's true. You got me. It was Saturday somewhere, damn it.
It was Friday night. I called you. I picked up the phone, Molly, and I called Max. I said, that damn Max Kellerman, my sisters was laughing at me. I said, I'm calling him right now. I can't believe him. I called him while I was en route to White Castle.